KOMU8 News on Mid-Missouri CW starts now.
They were very big flames. They had the big tall things with their shooting the water from up high, and it took them quite a while.
A new building that's supposed to house ambulances was instead surrounded by fire trucks this morning. The Callaway County Ambulance District is back to square one. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jim Reek.
And I'm Emily Payne. Thanks for joining us. The new headquarters where they were building burst into flames. KOMU8's Rosamund Crown is live in Fulton to show us what's left behind the building.
As you can see, the roof of the building here is completely burned down, and most of the work that the district has done to get their new building up is completely gone. There's still construction materials all over the area here because construction workers were trying to finish the building by November, but ambulance district EMTs are now going to have to wait a bit longer. Neighbors at a retirement community right next to the building said police pounded on their doors in the middle of the night to evacuate them.
We all grabbed blankets and ran down to the other end of the street. And at that time, when the fire was reported, there was just smoke. By the time the fire trucks got here, it had burst into flames. And they said there was something combustible in the building, and they wanted us as far away as we could get.
And that's why we evacuated our firefighters that were doing interior. Once the fire came through the roof, we realized that, the fire was progressing quickly.
Fire officials have ruled the fire as an accident, and the district says they're just happy no one was hurt, and they had insurance to cover the nearly $500,000 damage. Reporting live in Fulton, Rosamund Crown, KOMU8 News.
Only on KOMU8, we're learning new information about the Melissa Pesky case. Someone shot and killed the mother while she drove with her kids in the backseat on I-70 in Boonville. KOMU8's Monica Madden has been following the story since it started in December and brings us the new details.
4 months and more than 140 leads later, Melissa Pesky's family is still asking why someone killed her. I've been working with KELO, a station in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and in an interview, Melissa's mother and sisters shared their biggest concerns leading up to her death.
The last conversation we had, it was very intense.
Melissa Pesky's family did not think they were saying goodbye for good when she left home.
She acted like she was scared, nervous, high anxiety.
Their instinct told them something wasn't right.
She had just told me that she was scared. I didn't ask for details. I took whatever she offered. I didn't want us all getting phone calls saying, "Where's my wife and my kids?" So I said, leave them a note.
In the interview, Pesky's family said she was headed to South Carolina, leaving her husband Ryan. Her family wanted to make it clear that they are not accusing Ryan of killing her.
He's never given me any reason himself to think that he would be capable, that there was anything really.
I filed a records request to see if there were divorce filings or if Melissa made a protection order, but found nothing. After more than 140 leads, the Missouri Highway Patrol has not made any arrests.
One thing that you cannot do in these homicide investigations is rush it. If we have to be patient, we'll need to be to get to the bottom of what happened.
For her family, the wait only makes closure harder.
They took my best friend from me. I need to know who did that to her and why they would do such a thing to her.
Why my grandkids' mom? Why my daughter's sister? It's like, why? Why pick somebody so good?
Her family says their saving grace throughout this all has been spending time with Melissa's 2 kids who were not hurt. KEL also invited Melissa's husband Ryan to the interview, but he declined. In the studio, Monica Madden, KOMU8 News.
Special Counsel Robert Mueller's Russia report was released to the public today. It shows President Trump felt threatened when the investigation began. It details several examples of potential obstruction of justice, such as firing of FBI Director James Comey. Mueller found no conspiracy between Russia and the Trump campaign. The president claims victory.
I'm having a good day, too. It was called No Collusion, No Obstruction.
Democrats are upset because the report was seen by Trump's lawyers before it was released to the public and Congress. They're calling for Mueller to testify on Capitol Hill. Attorney General William Barr is set to testify early next month. As for Missouri reaction, Senator Roy Blunt said the Senate Intelligence Committee is able to look at all of the report and believe it will assist us in bringing our investigation of the Russian involvement in our elections to a conclusion.
Today, the Missouri Senate held another hearing on a bill that would allow conceal and carry on college campuses. House Bill 575 would allow designated campus protection officers to carry guns in case of danger. Groups like Moms Demand Action raised concern about student safety and increased tension. Students say past mass shootings will make legislation like this fail. Others say more guns make for a safe campus.
And when there's so many, things going around right now with college shootings, elementary school shootings, I just don't think that's safe, personally.
The institutions would end up being safer if law-abiding individuals who are adults are permitted to possess firearms on campus for purposes of protecting themselves and others.
The bill's sponsor stressed it is not an open carry bill for just anyone. The protection officers would need a permit.
It's a long ways from Paris to mid-Missouri, but Fulton paid tribute to the Notre Dame Cathedral fire tonight. Westminster College's Church of St. Mary's rang its bells at 7 p.m. The Archbishop of Canterbury called for all Catholic churches to ring bells tonight for 7 minutes in solidarity with France. The Archbishop is based in England. Churches worldwide took part in the bell ringing. It might have been an electrical short that caused the fire in Paris. That's the word from the police department. As the investigation continues, the city is paying tribute to first responders. A large crowd gathered outside City Hall to praise the firefighters, saying they have the city's, quote, infinite gratitude and eternal appreciation.
Here's what's happening right now. Parts of the South are dealing with severe weather, and in Mississippi, a man has died after his car hit a downed tree. Local news outlets in the southern part of the state say there's widespread damage. In Neosho County, a medical clinic has been damaged along with other downed traffic signals and trees. So far, we're hearing there's damage in at least 24 of the state's 82 counties.
We're looking at current temperatures sitting around 53 degrees here in Columbia. Our winds are currently out of the north, and they are going to continue to stay like that into tomorrow. Our winds are picking up to around 14 miles per hour into tomorrow morning, though we are going to be picking up even more with gusts up to around, or sustained winds up to around 18 miles per hour into tomorrow. Gusts up to around 30 miles per hour is what we're expecting. We'll be tracking these winds and sky conditions coming up.
Okay, thank you very much. Students of all abilities showcasing their skills outside the classroom.
Plus, a week after its closure, a timetable of improvements at the Columbia Regional Airport is announced.
Never be surprised by the weather. Download the free KOMU8 Weather and Traffic app. Brought to you by Central Bank of Boone County.
Do you want a truck that does one thing or a truck that does them all? A truck that's skilled enough to be all-seeing, smart enough to be all-knowing, strong enough to be all-powerful. The all-new Ram 1500, Motor Trend's 2019 Truck of the Year. Come in now during the Ram Spring Sales Event.
Competitive pickup owners get an average $11,900 in total values on select 2019 Ram 1500 models and dealer stock.
Kuhn, the most trusted name in hay implements in North America. Built strong and made to last, Kuhn gets the job completed year after year. Reliability, dependability, and quality. That's what Kuhn brings to your fields. From hay mowers, rakes, tedders, to balers. See the complete line of Kuhn hay implements at Loth Equipment in Jefferson City on Highway 94 across from ABB. Kuhn. Invest in quality.
Attention! Attention!
Yeah, you're going to want to pay attention to this.
It's the Super Saturday sale at Slumberland.
Get an extra 25% off all unadvertised items, like this bar stool for 25% off.
That's a lot of savings.
Or this chair.
25% off.
Sofas, recliners, mattresses.
25% off this Saturday only.
Never before.
And never again.
Can't say that.
Can't say that.
The Super Saturday sale at Slumberland. An extra 25% off almost everything.
25% off puppies.
Wait, what?
No puppies.
Family Health Center, primary and preventative health care for the whole family, including dental care.
The providers there are on the cutting edge of the newest things out.
Think of us first when you get sick or if you have a toothache. Also for cleanings and annual checkups.
The collaboration we have allows us to treat their mouth, their mind, and their body.
Including these important services. Family Health Center with 3 convenient Columbia locations. Family Health Center, health and care within reach.
It can haul over 3,200 pounds. It can even tow more than any pickup in its class. And it practically parks itself. Now, after all that hard work, a nice night on the town seems in order, don't you think?
Now get an F-150 at up to 20% below MSRP. That's over $10,500 in total savings. Only at your quality Ford dealers.
The First Alert Weather Cam is brought to you by the law firm of Harper, Evans, Wade, and Nettemeyer. We will fight for you.
Welcome back. It's a fierce competition, but it's uniting, not dividing the athletes. The participants were high schoolers from around Columbia. KOMU8's Savannah Rudisell introduces us to those who took the United Challenge.
Bruins, Cupies, and Spartans love to fight for the title of Best Columbia High School. And the United Challenge brings them all together for a little friendly competition. These athletes are conquering small challenges in the gym, but bigger obstacles in life.
Set, go!
Friendly competition brings out the best in us. The United Challenge showcases the best of Columbia high schoolers, regardless of ability.
I went out there, pushed it to my all, and I proved everything.
Battle student Jordan Carbone is a soccer star.
Look, everyone tried to be the best, but no one's better than me.
His skills are a huge asset to Battle as they take on Rockbridge and Hickman, fighting for the trophy. Battle won the United Challenge last year and wants to create a legacy. It's all while organizer Rachel Victor is working to create a community.
And when I see that connection, that friendship, is not just in school, but they are connecting outside of school, that's what I wanted. I just wanted all kids just to get to know each other on the same level playing field.
I think a lot of people come or think that we come just to be nice, but honestly, we just come to have fun with all these awesome people that you don't get to see normally.
No matter which rival high school they come from, these athletes are all on the same team.
Like, they're the best teammates that anyone could have.
And tonight, the Battle Spartans walked away with the trophy for the second year in a row. In the studio, Savannah Rudisell, KOMU8 News.
Coming up, the Columbia Bank digs up almost a half-century's worth of history. What's inside? We'll tell you about that coming up.
Temperatures currently 18 degrees cooler than what we saw yesterday as we had a cold front move through. We continue to track these temperatures and trending across the weekend coming up.
Want the very best in outdoor cooking? Buy from the store known for the best indoor cooking, Downtown Appliance Home Center. Yep, we've got top names in outdoor cooking gear you won't find at home improvement or hardware stores. So for the best, including backyard grills, spectacular kitchens, smokers, even your boat, come on down to Downtown. Downtown Appliance Home and Outdoor Cooking Center, East Broadway, Columbia.
If you are facing a divorce, your case can be personal and sensitive in nature.
The family law team at Carson & Coyle knows the importance of good communication, and we care about our clients.
Whether securing significant assets or protecting your children's best interests, our attorneys handle all aspects of family law.
Our expertise can help settle your case or take it to trial.
For over 50 years, we have built our reputation here in mid-Missouri, with offices in Jefferson City and Columbia to better serve you. At Carson & Coyle, we are dedicated to protecting your legal rights.
The KOMU8 iPhone and Android News app is brought to you by University Subaru. Download yours today.
Peripheral artery disease was starving the blood flow to Julie's foot. Other facilities said that she'd probably wind up with a leg amputation. But the doctors and nurses at Boone Hospital Wound Healing Center wouldn't give up. They're working to save her leg and her quality of life with hyperbaric oxygen.
A sore that won't heal may require expert wound care. Contact Boone Hospital Wound Healing Center.
Thanks to Boone Hospital Wound Center, she's walking on the leg today.
Boone Hospital Wound Healing Center.
Carpet Values in Kingdom City, the Midwest's largest mill-direct wholesale flooring superstore, is throwing a giant store-wide inventory reduction sale. Save now on solid and engineered hardwood, waterproof luxury vinyl and plank, laminate, tile, plus a huge selection of area rugs, all at 100% first quality and backed by name brand manufacturers such as Mannington, Mohawk, and Shaw. Take it home today or have us install it for you. Just bring in your measurements. Carpet Values in Kingdom City. Huge inventory, low prices.
Good evening and welcome back. We're doing a time lapse of Jefferson City over the course of today. We saw that fog roll through this morning and that cloud cover sticking around well into the evening hours. Temperatures stayed around 50 degrees for the majority of the day, which is what we're going to continue to see overnight. If we look at rain totals for what we saw today and yesterday, we're looking at most of us under a half an inch. Like at the Ozarks there and the Columbia Airport did see around an inch of rain. As we move into this weekend, though, we're not seeing any more rain chances until Tuesday, but for Friday and Saturday, we are warming up for around 60 degrees to 70 degrees, back up to 80 degrees for Sunday on Easter, well above our average for this time of year, which is around 67 degrees, before we cool off back down into the beginning of next week as we do have rain chances on Tuesday. Currently, we're about 18 degrees cooler than what we saw last night. And this is due to a cold front that pushed through this today, which was helping temperatures cool down into the evening hours. Currently around 53 degrees here in Columbia, 54 in Boonville, 50 up in Moberly. And we are seeing winds sustained at around 13 miles per hour here in Columbia out of the north. These winds are going to stay a little bit breezy due to this low system that we're seeing just off to our east, which is with that cold front that pushed through today. That's going to continue to track east and move out of the area as we have high pressure building behind it, which will help us have clear skies and warmer temperatures this weekend. If we zoom in closer to home here in mid-Missouri, we're seeing currently having cloud cover overnight, which is going to stick around and help our temperatures stay a bit on the warmer side as we move into tomorrow morning. This cloud cover is going to stick around into out the door tomorrow around 8 a.m., but as we go throughout the day Friday, that is going to break up as that high pressure starts to move in and is really going to stick around into Saturday and the beginning of Sunday. Temperatures for Saturday are sitting around 70 degrees, so it's going to be a gorgeous day this weekend. Into Sunday for Easter, again, that cloud cover is completely out of the area for the Sunday morning with temperatures around 80 degrees. Sunday evening, though, we do have these bands of clouds that are starting to move in. And with this, we are going to see a few shower chances, which we'll be tracking as that system gets closer. Winds, though, are currently overnight. We're looking at winds around 14 miles per hour. Those are coming out of the north, which is going to be why we're a bit on the cooler side this evening. Those are going to pick up into tomorrow morning, out the door tomorrow with winds around 18 miles per hour here in Columbia. If we move into a Saturday or Friday evening, though, our winds are going to pick up to around 24 miles per hour sustained. We are looking at gusting winds, though, that are going to be well around 35 miles per hour for Friday evening. Moving into Saturday, those winds are dying down as we have that high pressure building in. But as we move into Sunday, our winds are going to shift to be out of the south, which is going to help bring in that warmer air, and those winds are going to pick back up a little bit. Tonight, though, we're looking at temperatures around 44 degrees, mainly cloudy overnight with, again, those winds picking up as we move into tomorrow. Tomorrow, temperatures around 62 degrees with our winds out of the north with gusts around 35 miles per hour. That cloud cover is going to be breaking up as we move throughout the day on Friday. Over the next couple of days, though, we are looking at a warm-up into this weekend. 80 degrees and sunny for your Easter Sunday before we move into the beginning of next week. Looking at temperatures well in the 70s before we have another system move through on Tuesday and Wednesday, which is going to be bringing another chance of rain before we move into next weekend.
Okay, Lucy, thank you very much. Today, a Columbia bank opened a time capsule that was buried half a century ago. In 1969, the bank put a time capsule under its water fountain. The bank opened that capsule today and put it out on display. The capsule was filled with city maps, signatures of city and state officials. There were also over 100 essays written by middle school students competing to see who could best predict what 2019 would be like. One essay writer said this event shows the changes that have happened.
Reading the articles and seeing what was going on at Mizzou back at that time and other things in the community, new developments being planned and all that kind of stuff. So that was fun just to see that. The road maps that were included, the phone book and things like that that remind you, of a different time.
The items are on display until the end of June when Central Bank looks to bury a new 50-year capsule.
After a bumpy few weeks, there's new news at the Columbia Regional Airport. This morning, the Chamber of Commerce hosted a public forum. This was the first update since runway renovations closed the airport for a week. Today's discussions included the bumpy runway, more parking, a new terminal, and future destinations. The city also apologized for last week's closure. Now, looking back, Thursday, April 4th was the start of the flight cancellations that eventually led to a full closure of the airport the following Monday. The airport was closed for almost a week to iron out the bump where the two runways intersect. It reopened earlier this week. Yesterday, we learned both United and American are adding more flights between Columbia and Chicago.
Missouri and Georgia took part in a good old-fashioned pitcher duel tonight.
Which hurler had the upper hand? Sports is next.
We switched.
I switched to Chevy.
I switched to Chevy.
We switched to Chevy.
I switched from a Ram to a Chevy.
See why people are switching to Chevy.
We love our Chevy. Why do we switch? Just look at it.
Switch into a new Chevy today. Current competitive owners get 20% below MSRP on most Equinox models when financing with GM Financial. That's over $8,000 on this Equinox.
There's a rhythm, there's a flow, there's a stop, there's a go. If you never paid attention, then maybe you didn't know. Everything is moving to a relative time. You can always count it out. There's a reason and a rhyme. You were made to feel alive, like the music so sweet. So get up your seat, just feel the beat. Oh, yeah, just a little louder now. Oh, yeah, come on, feel the beat.
Hey, look at you go. GoJDB.com equals you.com.
Oh, it was amazing. I literally did my online application with JD by Ryder. It's pretty simple. So when I was ready to come in, I'd already been approved and ready to buy a car.
Easy approval for an affordable car with a 3-year, 36,000-mile, zero-deductible warranty. GoJDB.com and relax. Now look at you go.
Look at you go.
JD by Ryder.
Now from the Ford Sports Desk, KOMU8 Sports.
Hi everyone, the Missouri baseball team is visiting 4th-ranked Georgia. The Tigers enjoying a recent stretch of 8 victories in their last 10 games. In the first inning, a future potential Major League matchup between Georgia's pitcher Emerson Hancock and Missouri's Cameron Meisner, both expected to be first-round draft picks. Hancock gets the best of Meisner here after an 8-pitch at bat. He strikes him out. 9 strikeouts in 8 innings for Emerson Hancock, just a sophomore, but eventually should be in the pros and quite likely the majors. Meanwhile, Jacob Candleberry for Coach Steve Beezer of Missouri dealing as well, had Georgia hitless through the first 4 innings, and then finally, after a hitless 5th inning, in the 6th, look at this, Tucker Maxwell, a bunt single for the Dogs' first hit of the game, and that would be a huge one because still in that inning, Riley King plugs the gap, double to left. Maxwell scores to make it 1-0. Georgia tacked on 2 more and wins it 3-0 over the Missouri Tigers. Meanwhile, the Missouri softball team home for Coach Larissa Anderson, hoping to get to 500 in league play with a win over Texas A&M. Tigers started off rough. Kimberly Wirt grounds out there to first. Missouri turned away and stranding a lot of base runners, but the Aggies didn't. In the 4th inning, Peyton McBride goes yard over the wall and right. Aggies up 1-0, but the Tigers settled in, especially defensively. Colby Romaine, look at the diving catch by the Tiger first baseman, and Tipton's Matty Norman settled in there, got a couple of strikeouts, including this one, and the Missouri Tigers come back and get a victory 3-1 over Texas A&M. The Royals are just 6-12, but had won 4 of their last 6 games entering tonight's contest in New York against the Yankees. First inning, Royals up by a run when Gleyber Torres, batting for New York, hits a sacrifice fly to center, and the catch is made, but a run scores, and the Yankees had tied the ball game at 1. But not for long. Second inning, Jorge Soler gets a hold of this pitch from Domingo Germán. 5th home run of the year for Soler to break the tie, put the Royals up 2-1. And then in the 9th, they added insurance. Adalberto Mondesi with a sacrifice fly to center, bringing home Billy Hamilton. KC gets a victory over the Yankees 5-1. The Royals have won 5 of 7. They'll play again tomorrow night in the Bronx, New York. The Blues facing off with the Jets tonight. Crucial Game 5 at Winnipeg. Series tied at 2. And in these series, the winners of Game 5 and a 2-2 tied series advance 68% of the time to the next round. Home ice has not been meaningful yet. Road teams have won every game, but tonight a different story. The home team, Winnipeg, leading 2-0 over the Blues as they get set to start the third period. Kevin Hayes and Adam Lowry got the Jets' goals in the first. Jordan Biddington has saved 22 of 24 chances, the two exceptions, those two Winnipeg goals. Highlights of that at 10 on Channel 8. See you then.
Okay, thanks, Chris. Easter came early for some zoo animals in London.
And the eggs had a little surprise. That's coming up.
The 2019 Ford Escape was built for the Midwest, with everything you want built right in. Want your choice of powerful and efficient EcoBoost engines? You got it. Want capability like towing or intelligent four-wheel drive? Sure thing. What about smart features for added convenience and connectivity? All in there. Get a Ford Escape at up to 20% below MSRP. That's up to $4,900 in total savings. Only at your quality Ford dealers.
Attention! Attention!
Yeah, you're going to want to pay attention to this.
It's the Super Saturday sale at Slumberland.
Get an extra 25% off all unadvertised items, like this bar stool for 25% off.
That's a lot of savings.
Or this chair.
25% off.
Sofas, recliners, mattresses.
25% off this Saturday only.
Never before.
And never again.
Can't say that.
Can't say that.
The Super Saturday sale at Slumberland. An extra 25% off almost everything.
25% off puppies.
Wait, what?
No puppies.
Temperatures are warming up into tomorrow. We're looking at a high around 60 degrees. We're going to see sunshine peeking through towards the afternoon hours with clear skies overnight, leading us into the weekend where we are going to be seeing clear skies and warmer temperatures into Easter Sunday.
Let's check this out. Animals at the London Zoo kicked off Easter a little early. All of the animals participated in a zoo-wide Easter egg hunt. Looks like they're fighting over the eggs there. Inside of them, they had treats for the animals to snack on. Zookeepers say the bright colors of the eggs helped capture the animals' attention. Pretty cool. We took Katie to the zoo. The St. Louis Zoo is so awesome.
It is.
It's got so many great exhibits, and it's free.
Yeah.
Really neat. So it was fun to take her.
Mizzou softball, Mizzou baseball.
Softball won.
Yep.
Baseball lost. Royals won. Cards are off. Blues are losing.
There you go.
You want to do that again?
So look inside Chris's mind this
At
evening.
10 o'clock on Channel 8, I'll do it all again, I promise, with updates.
That is our time for now. Thanks for joining us.
See you at 10.
On air, online, on Facebook, on Twitter, on the News app, and the Weather app. KOMU 8 News. Coverage you can count on.
You know what insanity is?